we go.
Hello, I'm Kevan Manwaring, the Bard on a Bike, and I'm here to talk about my new book, Thunder Road. So, back in the summer, I went on a bike trip on my bike here, 3,000 miles around France and Spain and Portugal, and it was pretty damn hot, 40°C plus at times, wildfires raging across the centre of Spain, pretty apocalyptic. But that made me think about the inspiration for my novel. Back in 2011, I was in northeast Italy when the Icelandic volcano Eyjafjallajökull went up, spewing up a cloud of ash that closed down European airspace and closing down all the airports. So I was unable to take my flight back home. What made it worse? All the travel websites crashed too, so you couldn't book anything. It was chaos, and that made me think it would have been great to have had a bike. Then I could have got to Calais at least and took my chances there. So that was the germ of the idea that inspired Thunder Road. Although it took another 7 years to finish the novel, which I did in 2018, 2 years into Brexit and 2 years into the first Trump administration. And it did take a genius back then to see the way the wind was blowing. I was concerned, like many, by the rise of the outrights, by tyranny around the world, by the state of geopolitics, and by the state of the climate. And so that all went into the mix in this novel, but also my many years of riding my motorbike, getting soaked to the skin, frozen to the bone, having lots of adventures, and also by my fascination in mythology, especially Norse mythology. As a storyteller, I've told many stories from Norse mythology, and that all went into the novel as well, because it's a contemporary fantasy. It imagines a modern day Ragnarok, when the supervolcano Katla, another Icelandic volcano, goes up, as it's due to do any time now according to volcanologists. And when that goes up, boy, it's going to close down more than European airspace. It'll create a nuclear winter scenario, just the right conditions for a populist demagogue to take over. And that is what happens in my novel. Imagining the 47th president of the United States of America, who's called Coyle in my novel, takes over the world basically with his monstrous allies. He also hires lots of scary right-wing biker gangs, but he also has other friends who are not just human. To fight them, there's a greasy bunch of bikers led by somebody called One Eye and his right-hand person who's called the Hammer. All these people seem to be very similar to the Norse gods, and that's intentional. My hero Eddie Redcrow gets caught up in all of that. He's a First Nations Icelandic heritage biker and rocker, and he is caught up in the chaos that ensues when Katla goes up. He's stuck in Europe, but fortunately he has a bike, so he heads to the coast to try and get a ferry to Britain so he can get a flight back home. On the way, he gives a lift to a beautiful, tall, blonde-headed lady, Fenja Bergwieser, who is more than meets the eye. He's intrigued by her. She's on her way to a biker rumble on the Isle of Man, and so he follows her there and gets embroiled in this end of the world saga. So that is Thunder Road. I hope you're intrigued by it, and I hope you join us for the ride. So put on your biker leathers, fire up your ride, and join us on the Thunder Road.